All right, Man United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. A game of football that was played in what we call the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. United has really taken long without collecting 3 points from this particular stadium. And I tell you what, I think they last collected three points when Cristiano Ronaldo was here. But obviously, as we headed into the international break, United only had to secure a draw in there for you. That came in late because a side known as Tottenham Hotspur was taking away the win amidst United going ahead to score the first goal, and the first half ended 1-0 in favor of Manchester United. They couldn't obviously find themselves in a position of really keeping the lead because Spurs was at home and they obviously pulled one back and they leveled, and that's exactly how things really went ahead to happen at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Rock and David is my name. I never came up with any of a match preview and match day live, but I've managed to come up with what we call the match reaction in here for you onto the United Matters channel. So, Manchester United and how the game of football really went down at the stadium of the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Obviously, in the 32nd minute, Mbeumo went ahead to obviously score a header through that well chipped in ball from Amad Diallo. You understand? After that, Matthias Tel in the 84th minute leveled, meaning that United kept the lead for 52 minutes, and then Matthias Tel came up and obviously leveled. Now, 7 minutes later, 90th plus the first minute, Richarlison went ahead to obviously score a goal to give Spurs their first lead in this particular fixture. Then Matthias de Ligt came up and obviously put in the equalizer in the 90th plus 6 minute. And no sooner had he gone ahead to score than the referee put the whistle onto his mouth to end the game, and United secured that 1 point in there for you. Remember, Manchester United is a club that has gone ahead to obviously do the due diligence to find themselves in a position of really trying to win games in here for you. But the fixture of Spurs was really very tricky. And United came into this fixture after playing away at Nottingham Forest, and they drew 2-2. What does this mean? United has now gone 2 games without winning. Remember, we had gone ahead to win, I think, therefore, when you look at Manchester United, we beat Chelsea, we beat we beat Sunderland, we beat Liverpool, and we beat Brighton. Those were 3 wins in a row, but we couldn't obviously come up to sustain the 4th win in a row and the 5th win in a row because all these games have gone to come in through thick and hard. And Manchester United has gone ahead to obviously drop 4 points. And this is what I really tell you, that I rather lose 1 and win 1. I know a draw won't sound really bad into the ears of fans of Manchester United, but for me, I rather lose to Nottingham and win against Spurs, or really lose to Spurs and really win against Nottingham, because I would have gone ahead to collect 1 more point. But right now, Man United has only gone ahead to collect how many points? There are 2, out of the possible 6. You understand? That is really known to one of the moments that I would really want to see my club in. And I'll tell you what, drawing to a side known as Spurs, however good they are, I think United would have gone ahead to obviously put in a little bit of more effort to find ourselves in a position of really taking away 3 points. Because when you look at the Premier League table on how it was, United had 17 points. Had 16. And if you had gone ahead to win one of those 2 games, either of Nottingham and Tottenham, and we lose 1, what would have gone ahead to happen? The club of Manchester United, would have gone at least to be having 19 points at least there, but right now we are having 18, and Sunderland hasn't played, Bournemouth hasn't played, Liverpool hasn't played, Man City hasn't played and Arsenal hasn't gone ahead to be played, meaning that they are going to stretch a little bit further from us, and that won't really make some perfect sense in there. But I want to obviously talk about Matthias de Ligt. The lad is on fire. Matthias de Ligt is on fire, and if anyone is really doubting what I've always gone ahead to let you know, then you've gone ahead obviously evidence it with your naked eyes. Matthias de Ligt is one of a kind. Many people have come up and obviously said what they want to say about him, but he is one of the best defenders in the world, and he's continuing to show it. You know, the difference is very many won't consider him not until United goes in on a very huge run and really enter the title race. And secondly, what we should work on is keeping clean sheets, you know, because in games like these, you just need to keep a clean sheet to win it, because you know to it that United can now score goals. I tell you, Man United has scored goals almost in every game. But what has failed Manchester United is simple. The club of Manchester United is not doing the due diligence of really keeping clean sheets. And if we don't keep clean sheets, you know the reason, you know the outcomes. United won't come up to obviously put in a very huge shift as desired. You understand? So that's exactly what Manchester United is all about. And I want to let you know that a draw has gone ahead to come in through. Something that I know some of you might be excited about, but for me, I have an excitement about today's result, because if we had gone ahead to win against a team known as Nottingham, a draw would have gone ahead to be okay. But us coming in through and obviously losing to this side, I tell you what, it really speaks volumes to me, and I really understand that United would have gone ahead to do better. But Mbeumo has gone ahead to obviously net another goal in there for the club of Manchester United, and no one in the Premier League, in the team of Manchester United, has more goals than him in the Premier League. 10 games, 5 goals and 1 assist, meaning that he's having 6 goal involvements, this 26-year-old player. And Manchester United will obviously miss him a little bit when we go into what we call the international break. Not the international break, the African Cup of Nations in there. And their connection with Amadi Diallo is really excellent. And for Amadi Diallo, he has gone ahead to obviously get his other assist in the season. And the lad is that special, and I'm really enjoying him. He now has 2 assists in the Premier League, and I think each and every time I see players really create goals, I'm really excited, because I know right now all what we have to do is keeping ourselves in there. Like, because for me, I'm not looking at the trophy, I'm looking at the top 4. I don't know. I'm sorry. If I told you I'm looking about the trophy, I'm sorry about it. But for me, as a fan of Man United, I'm looking at the Champions League places. If we keep ourselves 6, 5, 4 points difference from the 4th position, you know, I know when these players really reach February, I know they'll obviously gain momentum and go ahead to win in more games. And provided we bring in a midfielder in January, that will help us to really compete favorably with these kind of players that we've gone ahead to find in here and really put in a very huge shift in here for you. So that's all about the club of Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur, and they've gone ahead to obviously draw in there, but a lot is really coming in through thick and fast. So how are what were the match stats? Because I know many of you will obviously be asking me, Rokani, where are the match stats? Here are they. 9 shots by Spurs. United had 4. Spurs had 5 shots on target. United was really very clinical. 2 shots on target. And all those crossed the line. 55% ball possession by Spurs. 45% ball possession by Manchester United. 90% passing accuracy by Spurs and 86% for Manchester United. 10 fouls by Spurs, 8 by Manchester United. 5 yellow cards to Spurs, 1 yellow card to Manchester United. 0 red cards to both sides. 2 offsides to Spurs, 3 offsides to Manchester United, 5 corners to the side of Spurs and 3 corners to the side of Manchester United. That's how things really went ahead to pan down at that particular side in there for you. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I'm gonna be recording the player ratings and obviously uploading them there. I'm out.